Okay. So have we tried going here? I don't think so. No, we definitely have not. I'm just glad to be out of that Gwent limbo world for a moment. Right door. I mean, that's not bad either. Is there anything else in that corner there? No, I don't think so. Nope. Okay. Keep moving then. There is something here, though. Lift of Igni? Are you sure? Then here, nope. Okay, that looks like it. Then we can also upgrade our stuffs with this. What is it? Is this bed? Where's bed?
Watch that, Jocelyn.
Excuse me for a moment here. Just want to use your bench. Where is it? I don't see it. Get out of the way. There's a spare trap over here. Is that how I sharpen my sword? This? It looks like this.
Go back,
So, I swear, every time we see the benches, we see all these tables, but it's never clear which one we're actually supposed to use to upgrade our stuff. Or, you know, temporarily improve it. You know what I mean. Okay, but I think that's just about all of the buildings here, unless, have we been in this one? Maybe not this one yet.
You ain't from Northgard, are you?
No, I remember the boy, right?
Watch it.
I think we have been in this one. Okay, so we may have missed one or two, because I lost track a bit after we played that guy quite a bazillion times. Like, have we been up? We may not have been up here yet. I thought one of the bigger buildings we hadn't been in yet. Yeah, okay, we haven't been in here, it doesn't seem. Because I was kind of expecting we might run into a tavern. Dare I say, because that might mean more Gwent, and maybe I could use a little bit of a Gwent break. Let's go fight some stuff, you know? Let's go beat someone up. A monster, preferably. Or, you know, someone who's beaten us at Gwent a few times. He started it, okay? No, that's not an excuse. I know. Okay. I'm just kidding. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Then... let's see. There was one other building. This one, I think? No. No, this one. Over to the left. Here. How do we get in it? How do we enter this building? From the other side. Oh, that's actually... if we do, in fact, enter from the other side, then we may have already been in here. This is right around where the blacksmith was. That's not where the door was? I really thought that was going to be it. It looked like there was an entrance there. No, it's over here. Have we been here? I think we have, in that case. Yeah. Okay. So I think we have explored just about everything building-wise, and have we spoken to everyone? Maybe, maybe not, but I think part of that is going to be us trying to identify specific quest people here. People with specific names. And or looking at our quest list here. Because I thought there were things in this area. But I've been saying that a lot as of late. So, let's see. I don't think we want to do that yet. Or that. That's in Velen. Okay, so maybe it's not a Witcher contract. Hold on. Hold on. Secondary quests. That's on a different island. That's further south. That, I mean, some of those guys will be lower level than 30. But we probably still want to wait on that a bit. Are we getting closer to this? I don't remember. We've checked this a bazillion times, but where's this one? Further south still. That one's on a different island. This one's further south. That one's on a different island. These are... I think there are more horse races on Ardskellig. We might even want to do some of those soon. Oh, we can play Ermion at Gwent. I did not realize that. Where is he these days, actually? Obviously, we know where he was previously. Is he at that camp? He's further north. There were other things over here, I thought, that we were supposed to do. I don't really want to go in the opposite direction at the moment, but eventually we will definitely play him. But like I was saying, I think Gwent is not really the thing that I want to be doing right now. Oh, this. We are in Fairlund right now. This is one of the races. But I mean, if we're here right now, then we probably should, right? It's close. Okay, let's do that one. There's something over here as well, like maybe we just check out that question mark. Okay. Let's do this first. That's definitely something that's very different from what we were just doing. Okay. Where exactly are you guys? Is it that area over there? It must be, right? So I don't necessarily know what the quote-unquote correct order of the horse races is. There's a chance that we technically kind of sort of did them out of order. This one may be more or less difficult than the one that we already did. Some of the ones that we already did. Let's speak to... Let's see, we have Arv Oarsman. It sounds like you're more someone who belongs on a boat than a horse. I'm sure we can take you out. And Red Ritka, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Svana let you join the pursuits, but have you truly the courage to run?
Just give me... Oh my god, that horse is possessed. Could you see its ears? Yeah, no, we don't want to participate in this race anymore. I'm sorry. I take it back. Nah, we'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
Listen up, good folk. Riding for the glory of Modron Freya today are Geralt of Rivia, Arv Oarsman, and Red Rika.
Okay, so again, it really helps to know... Oh, we're starting last, excuse me? It really helps to know how long the trail is. Because what you really want to do is deliberately pass, or like wait, and don't use up much of your stamina. Wow, this is a lot of zigzags here. Don't use up much of your stamina at the beginning. Okay, well, Red Rika is just running away with it, literally. So yeah, you don't want to use up all your stamina too early, otherwise you're going to not be able to sprint ahead at the end, which is when you really need it. Like right now, we wanted... Whoa! Oh, that was the end? Wow, we could just sprint that whole way. That was really short. And we just barely passed it. I assumed it was going to be like at least twice as long as that.
Such a feat deserves a reward. Here, may it remind you of your glory. Well, didn't expect an Outlander to win all three. You've one pursuit left, the most important.
Oh.
You'll face a true master of the chase. It's on Hindersfjall. Suggest you get going.
I have no idea where that is. I think we've heard someone say that name before, though. That might be a different island. Okay, so 25 experience. Sure. Some crowns. Do we have a racing item? I think we've seen Zerrikane saddlebags many times before. And they're not as good as what we have right now, which to me kind of suggests that maybe this was, technically speaking, one of the races, and therefore one of the easier ones, because that was certainly shorter, and I think the reward was definitely worse. We got this a while ago. We should sell this. And the Zerrikane... Okay, they're the same kind of saddlebags we're using right now, so they're okay. They're solid. Okay. Where did we end up, is my other question. Are we back at where we started? I think we are. There's definitely some things over here in the other undiscovered location. Have we tried? I think we definitely went to at least one of these houses, because this is where we did that cursed quest, where we wrote that lady's name on the skull, and basically made her, you know, shrivel up and turn into a not-so-happy person. So let's head over here, see what we run into. Because I think there's not only the question mark, but there was definitely something else in here as well. That's just a deer. But we could find other things too. This already looks interesting. Okay, this looks like the edge of the area that we were thinking about. This looks a lot like a place that would have Witcher gear. Or meteorite ingots, that's good too. Okay. Can we sense anything? Yes. Oh. Okay, that color is the Witcher contract color. I recognize that. Okay, so let's save. We don't want to do that until... Let's identify which one it is, because we should know for certain in that case. We should see something that shows up very clearly. Is the Woodland Spirit? Sounds like we need to talk to someone first. Oh, okay. Talk to Sven about the contract. Okay. That is probably the reason why we came here initially. We were saying there was someone who's going to give us a quest in that city, village. But we couldn't, or well, I mean, we didn't do much to try to find them. So, there's almost certainly something under this bridge. We won't check now, but I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, there is something under that bridge. This one, no. This one's a fake, not so serious bridge. It just wants to fool you. The other one is the real one. So the person we're looking for is on the other side of town, it seems. And another reason why we want to make a point of talking to them is this may be the enemy, one that we just kind of sort of saw with our Witcher senses. Might be the one that, oh, it's actually over here. Might be the one that this guy will talk to us about. Oh, what's the deal with all these people? We saw these people gathered around the river, which, come to think of it, looks a little bit discolored. Looks a little bit too green, if you ask me. You guys look like you're doing something.
We've offended him, Sven.
Oh, dear.
The woodland spirit seeks revenge. This here is him saying we've strayed from the old paths.
Offended him? The monster's killed 5 already. He doesn't give a rat's arse about paths or tracks or me or you. He's a ploughing beast from the ploughing forest.
Split his ribcage. A strong one, this spirit of yours.
That's so. And who might you be?
A Witcher. I think it's safe to just outright say it.
Geralt. I'm a Witcher.
A killer for hire. What do you seek here?
Saw your notice.
What notice? This village is home to decent folk only. You won't find any work here.
You sure about that?
About that? Beast that did this, it's aggressive and incredibly strong. I can help you for a price.
I like this man. Ply your trade, Witcher. I believe we will agree terms.
Okay. Care to give us a little bit more information about the woodland spirit?
Who or what is this woodland spirit?
Tell you what, it's not any of your concern.
You sure about
It's
that?
a common beast. Murders any man who ventures into its territory.
Exhaustive as descriptions go. What does this spirit look like? Anyone seen it for themselves?
No man alive has.
Great. Really helpful. all of you.
Super helpful. Okay, in that case, what about the other victims' bodies?
Birds pecked apart his entrails. And here, tooth marks. A large dog. A wolf, maybe. This the way it always kills?
Only cowards. True warriors. Men with the hearts of predators. The spirit grants them an honorable death.
And that also doesn't really tell us anything.
You said the creature wants revenge. Why? For what?
Our forefathers hunted with spear and knife. This pleased the woodland spirit. He let us live in peace. We never knew hunger.
He killed back then too. He's always killed. How many lads died trying to become hunters? Now, since our hunters died in the war, the beast turned even more bloodthirsty.
We are uncreate. What others buy with gold, we buy with our lifeblood.
We are slaves to fear spread by blind fools like you. These woods are ours. High time we put an end to this beast.
Okay, yeah. How about enough of
I've
this
heard
stuff?
enough. You've got a monster problem, that's clear. Just not sure you want it solved.
Oh, we do. Come see me. We'll figure us a fair price for the beast's head.
Our little talk while I looked over the corpse? Not nearly enough. Need to look around, figure out what I'm up against.
Be not rash, killer. It's not too late to bring back the old ways.
I'll decide
The
what
old
to
ways,
do,
you say?
but start collecting coin, just in case.
Okay. Let's investigate. Do we start with this guy? No, we go further into the forest first, okay? Okay, hold on.
Got a trail like rain. Wonder where it leads.
But more importantly, looks like rain. I mean, we already had our quest marker over here, so it's already gonna go over here. What is that sound? Sounds more like a wolf? But given the, that's something. That's a big something, it would seem. It's not red, so it shouldn't be anything quest related, though I am very curious. I'm guessing that's what was making that howling sound. Let's check it out. Given what we saw there, I'm guessing it's a Leshen, because it had the wood stuff come out of the ground, the roots, and that's what we've seen Leshens do to us in the past. I'm thinking you guys are wolves, we might be more powerful wolves of some variety. Or bear. I don't really care about the bears, though. I don't have any issues with you. I'm fine leaving you alone. I was looking for something... Well, appeared to be howling, but that might be two bears there. I don't think you're making that sound, though. It doesn't sound like a bear. That one that's closest to us is... Well, that other one is definitely still there, though. What is this? Oh, dear. Yeah, that sound is what I'm saying.
Smashed bones. That takes strength. No point in trying to parry its blows.
Something's coming here. Okay, these are the wolves we're hearing, I bet. Okay, so these are the white wolves. We saw some of them earlier. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted to eat.
What now, you piece of...
Did I pull out a steel sword? That felt like that damage was awfully low. Or rather, silver. And are we technically supposed to fight you with steel? Alright, Geralt has steel out right now, though. Never mind, we're fine. Take you out. Ow, you really do that even though I was partway through the swing? Surprise. Okay, yeah, I'm generally okay with fighting the white wolves because they have better loot. Their hides are worth more. Okay. Those are still the bears. I think this might be another wolf. We're headed... Yeah, it sounds like it. We're headed again further in this direction here. More signs of scratch marks? What those look like, I think. Hello, wolfy friend. I mean, I wish we could get along. Like I said, we have the same name and everything. Really wish it could work out.
Sharpened its claws, or just marked off its territory.
Okay, a little concerning. But the same thing with all these, I assume. Okay. Anything else here? We still have tracks. At least did. Kind of seemed like this is where they were all leading, though. Something else back in this direction, though, it seems. We may have missed it. Let's double check if we do. It says still examine the tracks using your Witcher senses, which suggests that we don't want to go back to town just yet. Yeah, what's over here? This? No. We just need to, like, officially examine these? Oh, no, there's this.
Thin and deep cuts, not unlike a razor. Russian. Male. Very old. Damn it. Probably marked one of the villagers.
Marked? One of the villagers? What does that mean? How does a Leshen mark someone? I mean that they're next on the list? I mean they're going to become a Leshen? Okay, let's see. So, learn more about the woodland spirit by reading in the bestiary. Okay, we can do that. We can definitely do that. So that is... What does it technically count as? Is it an elemental? It might be. No, it doesn't seem like it. Definitely not an insectoid. Not a necrophage, I don't think. Ogroid? I don't think so. Relics, that's what it is. Where are you? Is it this one? Is it Kernan? It might be. I mean, this is the generic Leshen entry. Oh no, Woodland Spirit. Okay, it's definitely this one. Some monsters are so powerful, local populaces begin worshipping them as gods. Okay, that's a little concerning. Such was the case with the Leshen dwelling in the woods near the Skellige village of Fairlund. Is that really what that other guy was doing? I mean, he was saying return to the old ways. It seemed like he was... I guess I couldn't really tell what he meant by that. The elders were absolutely convinced the monster watched over them by defending them from their enemies and training their hunters. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. The Witcher had his doubts, however. Leshens are mean, self-serving creatures, and the Ancient One, living in the woods near Fairland, was surely no exception. Harold knew freeing the villagers from their supposed protectors' grasp would be no easy task, if he decided to even try. The Leshen, known as the Woodland Spirit, was so powerful as to have mastered the art of marking. Yet, please describe that further. This meant the monster had inserted his essence into one of the residents of Fairland? Okay, yep. That's kind of what I feared. As long as this unfortunate soul remained alive and near the settlement, the Leshen would always be reborn near its lair. What? Does that mean we need to kill the guy who's been marked? How do we unmark him? Yet even with the marked one eliminated, killing the Leshen would be no easy task. I bet the marked person is the one who is saying that we need to kill the Leshen. The guy who was sticking up for, or basically saying, yeah, Witcher, we want you. The monster commanded the obedience of the denizens of the woods. It could thus call on wolves, ravens, or even trees themselves for help. We have seen Leshens summon wolves before. Sort of ravens in the past, not trees themselves, though. I don't really know what that's going to turn out to be like. Luckily, it had a weakness as well. It was vulnerable to fire, that born of the Igni sign in particular. Yeah, that certainly we can make happen. Relic oil, Dimeridium Balm. I remember last time we were using Dimeridium Bombs against the previous Leshen that we fought, and we were standing in the Dimeridium cloud, and you guys were saying, well, that also prevents us from using our magic abilities, so you need to be kind of careful with that. So we might not end up using that here. But definitely the Relic Oil and the Igni. And it sounds like we need to see who the marked person is. Talk to Sven about the Leshen. Sven, are you the marked person? How do we know who the marked person is? And I think Sven is... well, that's Harold. Oh no, it's Harold. Or Sven. Either one. Hold on. Oh, Harold is the guy who was like, oh, we need to keep to the old ways, and Sven is the guy who was like, fight it. I think. Leads me to believe we probably want to go with, well, let's see. Sven would likely say, go out and kill it. Harold will probably say, kill the person who's marked instead, and spare the Leshen itself. Think we want to go with Sven? I mean, that's my guess. I don't know if it's going to be mutually exclusive in that way or not. Where are you? Over here? What about Hilde?
Maybe for you. Maybe for more.
Went to look at the tracks in the woods. Spirit sure knows how to make an impression on intruders.
That's true.
Told you, he likes killing.
Almost certain we're dealing with an old Leshen.
An ordinary beast then, just as I said.
Yes and no. Not so ordinary.
Not so ordinary. Monster like that's a serious threat to the village. And to me, if you decide to hire me.
Oh, don't you fret. We'll have the gold.
Just one small problem. The Leshen's marked one of you. As long as that individual lives near its domain, the beast can't be killed. Not completely. Sooner or later, it'll be reborn.
Must be one of the elders. Harold, I'm sure of it. You heard him.
Words
That
aren't
is,
enough.
well,
Gotta find
you
the
may have a
mark
case.
my way.
Folk won't believe you. They'd never listen to an outsider accusing one of their own. But you find the marked one, and I'll handle the rest.
Gotta use
Okay.
my senses. Find the one marked by the woodland spirit.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it would seem like it might make sense that it would be
Friends we show heart,
Harold because
foes
he
we
was
show
protecting the Leshen before. And, maybe, he's trying to protect the Leshen because the Leshen is, like, sort of living on through him.
Raining again. Far from the worst weather we're
Okay.
going to get.
May even need to go inside. Watch it be. I swear, if it's the little boy, I'm not gonna be happy. Apparently, we haven't been in here. What? Or at least we hadn't looted that. Weird. I bet it's gonna be the little boy though, one that was hopping around in the building that we saw on a few occasions. That's my guess, if not Harold. But I'm not sure this circle includes the space where we saw Harold.
Far from the worst.
Let's see. I mean, we'll take your herbs, sure. or the blacksmiths. One of you guys. Kind of wish it was you.
Will Sven visit today?
Neither are you. Oh, did we just see
The
them?
Leshen's chosen the girl.
You.
Damn it.
It is Hilde. Okay. You did have a name, which of course perhaps made you suspicious to begin with. Okay, well, I suppose now we talk to Sven. And Sven was, I think, hanging out with Hilde before. They may or may not have a thing, in which case he's probably not going to be terribly pleased to hear of this. Where'd you go? Alright, Sven. Hate to break it to you, buddy.
So, find out who's mates with the beast?
Yes.
It's not intentional. The marked individual has no idea.
You don't know the elders like I do. Every last one of them codgers would surrender his mother to
It's
please
not
the
an
monster.
elder, though.
And no point in mincing words. Said yourself, the monster's helper must die first.
You could exile the marked one. That might be better. Feel like saying get rid of, if we phrase it that way, they're immediately going to opt to killing. And that seems like that is probably Sven's general inclination.
No one needs to die. The marked one should leave the village. That's enough. If they never return, the Leshen will never be reborn.
Of course, we can't guarantee
Did
that
you
they'll
hear
never
what the
return.
Witcher said? We've but to banish the elders to have peace for all time.
It's not one of the elders, though.
It's not one of the elders.
Who then?
The woman you were talking to.
We must banish her. Said so yourself.
But she's one of us. For the good of the village, Sven.
Come on, Sven.
Drive her out. Make sure she knows she's not to return. Ever.
Yeah, so we can't guarantee that she won't return. But it is potentially a way to avoid having to kill what is basically an innocent person, because apparently she didn't exactly conspire with the Leshen to make that happen. Somehow the Leshen just did it. So it does seem like, yeah, you have some kind of tie to her. So it is perhaps a question to see if you'll go with her. I think maybe we do ask this question, because we'll go out and kill the Leshen for sure, yes. But I do wonder if maybe if he were to go with her, that would increase the chances that they both survive and don't return back here. Whereas if they do split up, then somebody's gonna get lonesome and they're gonna want to try to rejoin, and then things are gonna get bad again.
Not going with her? Funny. Thought you cared for her.
Tend to your own affairs and leave me to mine. I did what I had to do. Now it's your turn.
Just wanted to plant the seed, give you the idea. Okay. Can we negotiate a price though?
Seek no trouble.
I don't think we've done that yet. Can we do that with Harold? Or do we not have an opportunity to do that? I mean, we may have lost the opportunity to do that by telling him to go with Hilde instead. Can we talk to Hilde now? She's still here? She may not be.
A powerful hunger. I shall name evil wherever
It's not you.
and grant our foes.
Okay,
no
let's try speaking to Harold, because it is still listed here as an option. Curious what we can also do by talking to you.
Didn't have many friends, did he?
Folk aren't willing to look at this kind of death today. But in the past, I remember, I was just a lad. Lugos Herlip led a raid on our village. Found nothing but silence and fog. I could barely make out my pa and my uncles lying in wait behind the trees. I remember how they hunted down one warrior after another, and once they surrounded Hairlip himself, well, I believe he'd rather have faced the woodland spirit.
Your spirit is a very old Leshen. He's dangerous, but I should be able to deal with him.
Rid us of him, yet he's what made us invincible. Turned us into great warriors.
Not exactly. Your spirit is in fact a monster. Hate to break it to you.
Maybe I wasn't clear. The woodland spirit is a monster. Cut with a sword, he'll bleed and die. Like you, like me.
He's much more. Thanks to him, the woods teem with game, and our women bear strong babes. The power of the woodland spirit makes us the best hunters in the Isles. True, not every lad who sets out to be a hunter survives the sacred ritual, but aren't witchers made at similar cost?
Is there another way?
Back by the tree, you said you know another way to stop the Leshen.
We must return to the old path, restore the old ways, roam the woods with knife and spear, fight on even terms and prove our valor. That would please him. Our ancestors placed the Covenant Stone in the woods, laid sacrifices of prized game on it, and thus made a pact. Do as they did. Go south along the brook, submit to the trial by burning a sacrifice of wolves' hearts on the sacred spot.
Better just kill the Leshen. You know what? No thanks. Interesting. So we have two alternatives here. We can either just have a straight up fight with the Leshen, which was the normal way that we would resolve Witcher contracts, or we could go this route here and basically perform the ritual for this guy, probably fighting some wolves along the way, and I suppose there's still a non-zero chance that things go wrong. We still end up fighting a Leshen at the end of it, but it's an interesting option. I mean, I'm probably more skeptical of this because I think that we've done a pretty good job with the other stuff, setting ourselves up with identifying who the marked person was, making sure that they were going to leave the area, so that if we do take out the Leshen, then the Leshen won't come back. I am pretty skeptical of the Leshen actually giving them some kind of blessing to make them the best hunters in the Isles because, like Geralt said, I think it's probably just a monster, and this guy is pretty crazy and doesn't really get that. So for that reason, I'm hesitant to go this route. Normally I would say don't do it, but at the same time, it's different from every other Witcher contract that we've done thus far. So in that way, it seems kind of interesting, and I'm curious for that reason. So maybe we do try it his way.
Fine. I'll try it your way. But if it fails, I'll have to kill the beast.
And in some ways, I do hope it fails and we still have to fight the beast. But I just want to give it a try.
Subject you to trial, but you cannot succumb. Succeed in renewing the covenant, and I'll spare no gold in rewarding you.
Okay. So let's take a look. We're at half HP right now. We may have had a fight and then just not healed in between for a long time, because I don't know when we last fought. It was a while ago. Let's look at the quest and see what it says we can do. Let's see. Geralt's first clue, a brutally murdered and mangled body. The villagers all agreed the woodland spirit had killed the man, but their explanations of this creature's motives could not have been more different. The elders among them claimed the spirit, who had cared for their village for generations, was now punishing them for having broken the pact they had once made. As for the youth present, they claimed the woodland spirit was nothing but a cruel brute that killed all for its own pleasure, and that rather than worship it, they should get rid of it once and for all. Geralt promised to help with their problem, though he did not yet know which side was right. The Witcher exercised his better judgment and decided his first move must be to find out what this woodland spirit really was and why it had begun to kill. So we can destroy the Leshen's totems, which I believe is the way that we get the Leshen to appear and fight it, or we can approach the altar, which I think is the more peaceful way of performing the ritual. Like, who was it? Harold, this guy right here, was just saying. So, basically what I would like to happen is that I would like to go the ritual route, just to see how different this could be from other Witcher contracts, because it seems like it's kind of unique in that way. And then I kind of hope that it doesn't work, and then the Leshen still shows up, and then we fight it, and then we kill it. And then because we made a point of having the person who was marked leave town, we make sure that the Leshen doesn't come back in that way. So that way we get the chance of experiencing the differentness, the uniqueness of this Witcher contract, and still get to benefit from having done our homework to begin with, preemptively, and made sure that, you know, we're making sure this guy doesn't come back. So it's sort of the best of both worlds in that way. That's what I'm thinking. And are they... Where is it then? Totem, totem, altar. Okay, so altar is a little bit further east and kind of south. There is a question mark over here and here. I mean, we'll take it one step at a time here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves and
Leshen's
start worrying about other
territory
things.
begins here. Need to destroy all the totems before I find the beast.
Yeah. So, I think we're gonna not do that yet. We're gonna try doing the altar and see what happens. If it shows up, then fine. What's that, though? Because that big red circle typically means Witcher contract. And I don't think it's the Leshen, because we obviously haven't destroyed... Oh, unless it's one of the... Oh, it's probably this. It's probably the totem there. We're headed, like, right for it. We actually don't want to be going that way. We want to be going this way. I was worried that we'd be headed straight toward a different Witcher contract, and accidentally triggering that and getting to the point where we can no longer negotiate a price on it. But we should be going this way, actually, toward our custom marker. And we could even broach this up. It's been a while since we last had Roach. Where'd you go? There you are. So let's do this. Oh, except that's more of a climb than I was expecting.
Run, Roach.
It's actually not far away at all. Can you climb this road? Maybe? Kinda, sorta? The elevation change is the real question, though. Somewhere over here? Yes. Wolves? Yes. We need to hunt the wolves. Basically what the guy was saying, right? Which is fine. Not really an issue. Well, I mean, there are going to be a lot of them, yes. So I suppose those were the enemies we were fighting most recently? Stop running away. Stop messing with Roach. Okay? Don't mess with Roach, okay? I want to ignite all of you simultaneously. That is not the sign that I wanted. Thank you very much. This is the sign that I wanted. I wanted to hit more than just 2 wolves. Hitting 2 wolves with 1 Igni is boring. Hitting 1 wolf with Igni is very boring. Go big as a home, right? Leave Roach alone.
Damn it.
Kill the wolves. Yes, that's what it says. That's simple enough. Is that it, though? Okay. Now collect the hearts. Okay. These are quest items. Then we're going to place them on the altar, you said? It's going to be right here. Okay, random raw meat. Sure. That was not from one of the wolves. We should probably make sure that we're on max HP. Oh, we were already healing. Okay. There's one more here. And you know, so basically, if the Leshen spawns when we put it on the altar, that's fine by me. That's almost ideal. Let's save first, just in case. And this is how you say it? In case you were wondering. Wrong button. Which one is the altar? Which stone? This one here? Okay. So we'll see what happens. Either way could work. I mean, that would be the easiest Witcher contract ever if we didn't actually need to fight the Leshen after this, right? Supposedly you can control ravens. If we are fighting it, then remember, Igni is the way to go. Fine with Quen, probably. So it's definitely reacting in some way, shape, or form, and it can control trees as well, which I didn't know how to really react to. Other than that, you know, Leshens usually create fruits and whatnot. I don't know if it's anything more than that. Leshen. 20 experience. Did we finish it? Is it over? Collect your reward. Yes. Okay. Is that it? Did it work? It seems like it may have. Okay, that's just a deer. Oh, I just saw the yellow there and was like, it might have been just a plant of some variety, in which case it's not terribly important, but I thought it might have been something more of a more interesting variety, some kind of loot, yeah, a chest of some sort. But yeah, it seems like it may have just been a really straightforward thing for us to do in that case. Didn't actually need to fight the Leshen, which, like I said, I mean, I in many ways would have preferred that. because then we get to try something new and also still fight the Leshen. It's a little more interesting, in some ways.
The Leshen accepted my offering.
I saw the smoke rise and crows dance in the sky. Everything will return to the old ways.
You'll see in a few days. I've done my part.
Expecting coin, eh? Don't fret. I've got your gold. Take it. You've earned every last bit.
That's the first time we've actually seen the patch of gold that people have given us. Yeah, you really want me to... Or do you really want to live in the shadow of a monster? Because, you know, we certainly could still fight it.
You do know young boys will continue to die at the Covenant Stone trying to become hunters. The killing will never end.
I've not paid you to lecture me. You've done your job. It's time you left.
Well, well, Harold. Paying the Witcher behind our
Oh.
backs to sod off and let the monster live.
We finished off the other elders. Just one left.
Oh,
Death's
Okay.
another stage in the
didn't see this one coming.
I embrace it.
But it sounds like we might be
Be
about to
gone,
fight
Witcher,
Sven,
and you can keep
maybe?
your coin.
I mean, rather you not kill him. But if we say no, that you don't kill him, then we are almost certainly fighting you. So... sure.
Murder will change something.
You've done your part. Got your coin. What are you waiting for? No monsters left around here.
That's
I
not
won't
actually
let
true.
you kill him.
The Witcher first. Get him.
Okay. Yeah. You know, couldn't go a whole Witcher contract without any big fights, right? Okay, Geralt decided he did not want to swing the sword. I swear I was swinging the sword there. So that was a little strange, but okay. So, I mean, ultimately we are still killing people, yes, but oh, you still killed him. We might have been able to save him if we had not gone over in this direction here. So, yeah, that maybe got a little bit out of hand. Hey guys, you saw nothing. Don't worry about it, okay? Everybody's fine. Just don't ever go over here, okay? Just don't stay right there. Stay right there, okay? You're fine. You're fine. Don't move.